Houston, hello. Glad to have you with us at NRG Stadium as we are set to find out who will walk away with the trophy as champion of the Tax Act Texas Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time, let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. Smashes through. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Working the middle, it's complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll try to do it himself. Fighting off the defender. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th down. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Arizona lines up with a first and goal. Wants to pass. Looking to buy time. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The give to the back. Made a defender miss. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Dennis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, look out! He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He's going to pass. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And that pass intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Shakes off the tackler. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Lost to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Arizona right back to the line. Give to the back. Discards a man. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Running back goes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires into traffic, picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. Give to the running back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. No, he just flat ran over it.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He'll do it himself. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Arizona in a hurry. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Razorbacks! What a catch and run for 6. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The give to the tailback. Running with power. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. Gets it out quickly.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure. And I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards. But if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work in search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Gets it out fast. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down. Just get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Arizona right back to the line. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This almost certainly to win the game. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.